Hi. Good morning, my friend. Well, another Saturday. It's always Auntie Boleh is so happy, after a week of having a session with my dear guests, and then again, then looking forward to the next Saturday. Who should be my guest again? Some of my friends, my previous guests, they are what do you call that? Sometimes they are interesting. They find, hey, Auntie Boleh, hey, next week, why not you talk to this so and so? They will give me the link, and though somebody which I don't know, they will give me the link. And why not you talk to this person? She's quite amazed, and this is her story. I'm so happy to my friends, or some of them are so nice that they will suggest who and who and what what the kind of story to ask me to share, to invite them as guests. Thank you so much, my friend. That means you are watching, and then you agree with me in a way that I tell the different side of the other aunties who are so boleh as well. They do so much for the community and also for themselves, which they can contribute whatever to the society, to the community. So thank you very much. Thank you, Li Hua. Li Hua, thank you so much. I really, when I see Li Hua and Li Jin, that's why I'm always very touched also. My two dearest friends, always the first one to be with Auntie Boleh. So Gu Li Hua say, I'm looking forward to see you every Saturday. Thank you. So today we have very special guest with me. So last week we went to, I think maybe some of you have seen my Facebook Live, Auntie Boleh Facebook Live on this again and again. So this is quite a good stop for us, to show our, because they have showed their cost, they buy, the purchase and they sell, and some of the items in the shop which people donated to them, where because Fancy, this lady, I know her for many years, not so deep into what she do, but know that she is doing a lot of NGO works, So and then so she is having this new idea with the other two ladies, Farida and Mary. So they're having this center. This place somewhere near the I think those Johorian will know old central bookstore, Jalan Ibrahim, where they have the concept of people. Some of them they are donated by people, the goods, the dress, the bags, the scarf or whatever. Where after the sale, after the expenses, they will donate some of this money which they have sold, they have make to certain NGO, which whoever she say that wanted to wants to have the money for the good cause. So I feel that this is something very interesting. So actually beside us, as I told you before just now, that there are many friends, they are so happy to tell me, hey, your next guest can be so and so, because they have done what for the community, and how they upbring themselves into the community, what kind of thing they do for the community, and how they can encourage their friends surrounding them for what they have done. So I'm still accept this kind of idea that you will give to me. All the ideas are accepted by Auntie Boleh. Give me, because Auntie Boleh need your feedback in many ways. So, and again, whoever's here, please write down your feedback or your comments, so I can show to people that what are you writing. So Li Jin say she's looking to meet Fancy. I think Fancy is a lady. She's so pretty. I see her every year. It's the same. She's so bright. She's so pretty. I see her. I tell she every year 30 lah, not 18 30. So without further delay, so I want to welcome Fancy to be with me now. Yes, let's see Fancy. Hello, Fancy.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Fancy.
From the background, I hear you are talking about me.
Yes, you're so good to talk about, when I tell people. Yeah, it's so good. So many things to talk about you. Forever cheerful. because talk about you is just that I know is when we went for the Johor Bahru Art Festival. That was the time when I started to know you. That was many years ago when I see you and Fancy are so into this the Johor Bahru
Susie
Art
and me,
Festival. Yeah, Susie and you. So yeah. So yeah, Fancy. Wow,
Yes.
it's nice to nice to have you with Auntie Boleh. Yeah.
Thank
So-
you. Thank you, Auntie Boleh.
So Fancy, see, yeah, we have spoken before that I see you have been in community work, service, volunteer, in the community for so many years, you know. That I
Yeah.
think so. You say in 26 years you're already in a Rotary Club. So so far Rotary Club I have not actually know what is it like anyway. But then you have been in it for 26 years and you have been the past president for the two clubs. So you did tell me about the you're in the youth services, or what youth service chair, and now you are in the currently you're in the community service project chair. So yeah, so would you like to tell me about what drives you to be in NGO and work especially 26 years in the Rotary Club and the president for the two clubs? You'd like to tell us more. What drives you to be in the volunteer for so many years? Yeah.
Okay. Tell you a secret. Actually, when I first joined Rotary, it's not so much on community work. I joined Rotary because I want to keep an eye on my husband. Because he joined Rotary first, now, and he always disappear for meeting. And their meeting is very long. It's like 4-5 hours, you know. So I was wondering what they are doing, you know. And then I started to join because to check on him. Yeah. So when I went into the Rotary, of course, a lot of people proposed me you cannot have the same club, right? Because you join different club, husband and wife, right? But then again, how to check on husband if you are in a different club? So I have to join the same club. Then I first started in Pasir Gudang, in Rotary Club Pasir Gudang. Yeah, so from there, Pasir Gudang, I serve different avenue of service. You know, as a Rotary, you serve a lot of avenue. You have youth, you have vocational, you have international, you have community service. So I take all. From the beginning, I was young. You know, I doesn't really mix well with them because all of them are, you know, as a young bride, you know, we are very suspicious and you know, we a little bit insecure, right? So we check on the husband all the time, right? And a lot of businessmen there and a lot of high flyer there. You know, they do a lot of project. So I started to learn from there, and from they put me in youth. So I do all the new generation, all the youth, all the children things, which is good because it keep me motivated and young, right? You mix with the young people. Then from one avenue to another, finally I did a lot of community also, you know, community involvement, service the community. In fact, today is the World Polio Day for Rotary. Yeah, you know, our polio we're trying to eradicate the whole the world, because we still have polio here and there in Sarawak, you know, also in Africa. So we're trying to eradicate as much as we can. So we give them vaccine. We go everywhere, raise fund, and give them vaccine. So today actually is the World Polio Day. Okay? And because of involvement in Rotary, I got to know a lot of people, right? And also I got a lot of other organizations. They recognize me, and I started to work with other organizations like Auntie Boleh, Laughter Club, you know, and you know, Malaysian Red Crescent Society, even like political party also. Sometimes they have their own NGO and charitable organizations, and we find it so difficult to raise fund because year after year we raise fund, and give away, raise fund and give away, and it's so difficult to ask for funds, especially pandemic time, right? And therefore we think of ideas of why not we just get old stuff and sell. Yeah. And we came out with this idea 5 years ago, again and again. we will take in whatever old stuff can be turned into cash, and we started to sell them and raise some money. So this is a program of sustainability also. You know, it sustains the project. But else we keep going for fundraising, especially time like this, it's so difficult to fundraise.
Yeah. Fancy. So, you know, just to say there are many hello to you lah.
So, really?
Okay.
Hello, everyone.
So, Fancy, this World Polio Day, you mean today is a World Polio Day? That means,
yes, today is
as what you say, they try to eradicate this thing. So
we have been eradicate polio for many years. In fact, 2000 we're supposed to eradicate, but unfortunately there's traces, so they do start again to vaccine people.
So they still yeah. And another very interesting comment down here is that, Fancy, you look so young. What is your secret on keeping young?
Oh, that's legit.
That's why I say you're always so pretty, so young. No, that's why I see you how many years ago until now. How come you always look the same one? Like we are getting older, but you're getting younger. What's your special secret?
Thank you. If you do more community works, you know, you will eventually look younger.
Oh, yes,
so don't keep it to yourself. Just go and help others.
Yeah. Awesome, that's why the more we do, we are happy.
Yes.
As like we in the Johor Bahru Happy and Joyous Club, you were saying that's happy. Johor Bahru Happy and Joyous Club. The more you laugh with other people, so you become you know, more cheerful
also,
and
right?
happy. Yes.
More cheerful.
Right, you can see the charming, the brightness in you.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So Fancy, you were saying so in the Rotary, you have been 26 years. So these are how it started. That kind of intention, but later as you do, you find it so nice to be with all these people, and you are working with the youth and all these things, right? Yeah, and also I know that you were also involved, you know, in the Johor Bahru, art festival since 2004. So that was a long time ago. I mean, quite about 16 years ago. So you involved started from since then. So can you just tell us about how is your involvement, you know, in this JB Art Festival? Yeah.
Okay, I started Rotary, and from Rotary, it built a lot of confidence in me, and also I learned a lot like leadership. You know, I even learned event management, because in Rotary you need to raise funds, you need to do events. Because of that, I pick up very good skill in event, right? And I was identified actually by Susie Yap, right? We happened to meet long time ago, and she said, "Hey, you are so good in managing raising funds for Rotary, and to manage it, why not you join me?" Right? So we started to I started to join her. Where those days it's not even called the JB Arts Festival. It was called FARTS. You know, FARTS. It's called FARTS, you know. It's called Friends of the Arts. Right, okay. So it's FARTS. Because from even before the JB Arts Festival, we've been doing a lot of events. Like we even brought the JB Philharmonic Orchestra for almost 7 times before even the Arts Festival, right? And we have several events pertaining to arts. We have a lot. And in 2004, we decided that, okay, it's time for us to like advance ourselves. And therefore, we daring, we're going to form a committee and get the JB Performing Arts going in the society, and also to start the Arts Festival. And it's been 16 years in Arts Festival. And you know, I lost a friend also, an advisor of friends, and also somebody very close to me for all the years that we have been partnered together. But those who have attended the Arts Festival, I'm sure you will want us to continue in future.
Yes, that's how I say. I started knowing you when I went for which is I find, because JB, we actually we should say that we don't have this kind of thing. So I remember when for the first time I went, I mean, when I started going, that was in Bukit Timbaran. That was quite at the beginning. So there was a few years I went there, and then later on it was at the Bandar Raya, this clock tower there.
Yeah,
so there are so many nice programs, which I think Johor maybe some of them still not aware, but we hope the future they're going to have it. All the dancers, all these invited from overseas, and no, I still miss the Indian instrument, the musical instrument. These are so awesome, so wonderful. So we still, though, I meant to say that, Susie is no more with us, but we hope that this good cause, will still go on, because I think JB is still short of this kind of activities for Johorian. We hope that Fancy you will somehow let the thing continue. We will see how the things work, and then we hope for the best. So we always support this Johor Bahru JB Art Festival. And also, come to another point. Well, Fancy also, in her Facebook page, it's called Fancy the Impossible Chef. Wow. Well, I didn't know that you're such an impossible chef until I saw your page, Wow, you can really cook, Actually, what prompted you to take on the name, Fancy the Impossible Chef?
Wait, I changed clothes. Wow, we are supposed to wear different hats, right?
So we are Fancy. We are different personality, different timing. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Actually, I've been cooking at home. My family. My husband, right? He likes my cooking, and I have my parents staying with me, and I cook. If you have ever invited to my house, those who have invited, I never cater.
You have
I
not.
Cook.
You have not invited me, lah.
Oh, okay. Next time, I have never cater. I always like to cook. Like cook my own specialty out. Not catering, because catering is so boring, right? And I started to cook, but I'm not very good at Facebook. Only recently, until the MCO, I started to cook and say, hey, why not I post? What can you do other than eat and sleep and cook, right? During the pandemic lockdown. So I started to cook. I started to post. So as I post, then wow, a lot of people like what I created, and I started to create. I started to create a lot of different daring recipe, because you see, sometimes you have to be daring in your own creation. Good or bad, it doesn't matter, right? You just do it. Right. So I started to do a lot of experiment on food. And my good friend, she's a celebrity chef, Connie Chiu. She is also the queen of fermentation in Malaysia. So she said, why not you just start, your own page, so that you can actually invite friends to come and share with you, and also you learn from each other, right? And also exchange recipe. Right? That is how we conceptualize the Impossible Chef. When you talk about impossible, we cannot put possible, right? We cannot be so like Hao-Lian, right? So
Auntie Boleh.
Impossible, when you read carefully, is I am possible chef also, so not too bad, right? So the whole thing is like, I am possible chef, and you are also possible chef if you want to try it. So that's the whole thing that we created. And stay tuned. During my page, I'm going to have lots of interview with different chefs, home chef.
This is awesome.
Just like you. Maybe you motivate me. I should be like you, right?
Motivated you, good idea. I see many.
So I could interview
I can
the
see
chef.
nowadays the trend is going on like that. And I'm talking to somebody, I feel that it started from me, then it's very good lah. Having this idea lah. As what you say, all this started during the MCO, right? Finding something to do. So you are good in cooking. You are the impossible. Actually, I'm Auntie Boleh. Auntie Boleh, when you translate it, it's also possible lah.
Yes, possible. That's good. So we're going to have different interview with chefs, and also with people who like to share their recipe, right? and also online cooking. You know, sometimes now for a long time, I think you have to be like that. You know, all the live Zoom, Zoom. Yeah. So it's good. It's good. Thank you for the opportunity.
So Fancy, so you were saying that okay, you have this page so you so on the food which you have a cook and what did you do anything say or on sale or something, or people want to cater, they order from you or something like that, which have you thought of this or something in your mind, or have you done
yes. I did. I started selling my dumpling, you know, my bacang, right?
Bacang,
Yeah, during, you know, we are seasonal because you know, I'm quite cook, you know, I'm alone, right? So I started my bacang in May, during the MCO. And the reason why I started is also because of charity. We want to donate part of the proceeds to charity. And the thing is, we cannot just Auntie Boleh, give me $100. You know, it's very difficult to get money from you, right? But Auntie Boleh, you support me 10 bacang, surely they'll support. Right, so this is how the concept. Okay, at least, you know, I sell things and then they give me, and half of the proceeds we give to charity. And during MCO, there's a lot of people are suffering. You know, you may be at home watching TV, relaxing. You know, there's a lot of people whose family stuck in Singapore, and the old people, they can't even go down and buy food. Right, and also some lost their jobs and all that, and some are even construction workers. They are on piecemeal. They can't even, they don't even have daily meals, you know. So we have to sell a lot of rice, grocery, and all that to them. And I started to sell my bacang, and it was overwhelming. Right, I sold around 3,000 old pieces, and of course, thanks to those people, you know, who supported me, the Laughter Club, the Befriender, you know, a few friends that, a close friend that supported. Then after this, I did the mooncake. Right, and the mooncake also was so overwhelming, also supported by all my friends. You know, luckily I got friends. You see, so they supported.
Of
we
course,
also raised
you're such a nice,
so
nice lady. Of course, we're really friends.
I also raised a lot of funds for charity. Is a part of the proceed. Now we're looking into food line. You know, occasionally we'll post something that we can sell. So that you also, good food that you will eat, and part of it will also do charity. It works both ways. So next time when I post is in my page, please quickly place your order because it's limited. You know, it's home cooked, so we can't do it a lot of time. You know, we have limited resources.
You know, there's a comment down here. Because Jennifer want to order bacang lah. She Jennifer
my God. Okay, next year.
She wants to order, and then Dijin was saying we can go to Fancy the Impossible Chef for food tasting. If you want to go, please include me as well. Yeah, you see, because I knew Jennifer Liu, you know, wow, she likes, she really, she want to support, she want to go and see you.
Sure.
Yeah,
One day
you were saying
have
that,
a session.
Yeah, so you were saying that, you know, after the people buy the food which you cook, whatever, so you still, you know, this is your passion that you like to cook, and then whatever you earn, I mean, after the course, and you still, you know, donate part of it to different organization. I see during this MCO also, I see you have you're involved in some of these community services as well. So how do you go about it? I mean, even at this time, as you know, food, it doesn't earn that much also, right? I mean, you have to minus the cost and everything. So how are you managed to do even at this time? Yeah.
In fact, when you talk about food now, we do raise quite a lot of money during the bacang time, you know. I raised around almost 5,000, right?
Oh.
And we buy grocery, right? We bought all the grocery and sent to individual homes because my club also, my Rotary Club, we are focusing on individual homes. Individual homes will, at difficult time like this, individual homes are more critical because just feed them with food. At least when you give them food, they can survive. Especially like those OKU, they're at home, they can't go down. If it's MCO, they can't go down. and those old people, the children are not in, didn't come back. So how do they survive without any money? And also during Konichiwa, one of my friends, she was focusing on foreign workers and also like construction workers. So we also channel some of the grocery to them. Yeah, to all these, the site people, when you have no projects, they just stay in their camp and they stay there for many years and stay there for generation without any money, right? And we also, because of this, again, conceptualize, right? And we use again as a base, so that whoever who want to give us things to raise funds and also want to give away things for us or want to donate, we actually welcome. And now I have another new project also. I'm undertaking another new project where we want to help the Sabah, right? Sabah is actually the frontliner. We are working together with the Mercy Malaysia and also the MOH. We are raising funds and also we are buying some masks, the essential things for the frontliner, all the masks, all the sanitizer, the PPE suit, and also face shield and all that. We wanted to send to Sabah immediately. So this is also one. Now we are aggressively raising funds. If you please support, because Sabah need to be helped. With 500 people contacting virus every day, do you think the hospital can cope? They can't cope, yeah. So we know the situation because I have brothers staying in Sabah also. It's like they are on their own, nobody can cope. It's not that the government not helping, it's just that they too much that they can't help anymore. Right.
Yeah. So yeah, another project to be Sabah is too.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
this
this
is the
will
last
be
question. Yeah. And again, continue.
Okay, this will be under this project will be under again with disaster aid and also with my club, Rotary Club, Johor Centennial.
So the three lah.
Yeah.
Okay, Fancy, the last question. You see, I can see you see in 26.
Last questions.
Yeah. Okay. Just to talk about you have been what do you call that? For the last 26 years, you are involved in the. Though you said at the beginning also, but then at the later part, I see a lot of involvement in the youth and community work. Then you are in your community work and you are involved last time in the JB Festival. You see, how are you going to balance? How are you managed to balance out your family time as well? Yeah.
You see, if you don't have time, you always have no time. If you have too many things, you will still have time to find your time. You see, I can cook, I can bring my parents out for meals, and I can also do my community, and I also make my husband very happy.
Hey, that means you cook, you can really lock your husband. See now,
of course. To win a man's heart is through the stomach.
Yeah. So it's so awesome to have Fancy. So that means, yeah, what you say is true. When you are busy, what again? The words with the sentence which you use, you are busy. Again, the sentence I like the sentence again very much. You will say that even you are busy.
No, if you have no time, you have no time for everything. If you have time, you have time for a lot of things. A lot of work, a lot of things.
So it's up to the individual how you want to time schedule or whatever is still to what your willingness or what you want to do, then you were able to make it. Yeah. That's why Diligent say you make your husband happy through your cooking.
Cooking.
But that's very true. Yeah, Fancy. I mean, it's very great to have you. Sometimes it's a nice thing to talk with you. Sometimes it's fun as well, and it's also very encouraging in a way that you were saying that we can do actually many things if we want to. Like I seeing you that just now you have shared with us your NGO, and then now also your passion, because cooking also your passion. You like to cook, and at the same time you can do other goodwill as well, right? The good cause, So we are just thank you so much for having you with me. And I like the just to flatter Auntie Boleh a little bit lah. So I'm happy that you were saying that you get the idea that from Auntie Boleh that your next project from the Impossible Chef is to talk to other chefs as well. So encouraging for Auntie Boleh, I feel encouraging that this platform has actually not say inspired, but many people got this idea, and I see many people also online doing this kind of thing. So thank you so much for being with me, Fancy. Yeah.
Thank
So
you. Thank
We
you.
will test out the Impossible Chef food one day.
Sure. Come to again.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for
Thank
for
you.
coming
Thank
to
you
Auntie
so
Boleh.
much.
Thank you. Okay. Bye bye. Yeah, you see, it's so wonderful talking to Fancy. Then we come to know that it's only whether we want to or not. And yet we were able to with her. I know that she's so busy. And then during the JBR festival, I tell them, I can see them, like, it seems to me like morning till night, whole day for 1 month. They are always so busy. So it's whether you want to or not. If you think you have no time, you have no time for anything. But you think you have time for everything. Wow, it's a wonderful phrase. I think it's good to have. Yeah, so it's this what do you call that? Lisa is saying time management is important. Yeah. So thank you very much for having this Fancy to be with me this time. So good call. So everybody can go to Fancy the Impossible Chef Facebook page, where you can see a lot of cooking. She's good in the kueh, the Nyonya food, the Chinese food, where I think yeah, and again, maybe later on, as she told me, they will have a corner of where sometimes they have a special menu for the day. No, so we can go there and taste the food as well. So there are many ways that we can try Fancy the Impossible Chef, her food. So we all stay tuned, So keep your eye on the page. Go ahead, Fancy the Impossible Chef. So look out for this. So if she wants to still for the bak-chang, I know there are many feedback that her bak-chang is very nice, and the mooncake and all. So and that's it. It is so wonderful to have her with me to let us know what is currently in town. Okay, so and again, it's wonderful to have all of you to with me, and so just let Auntie Boleh know who is the next interesting person you would like to meet, so we can edit time, we can arrange. So I was so happy that I went to again last week. You can see my page, the video which I went to visit Fancy on her again and again. So we will meet again somewhere there again to taste the food, and then there will be another to introduce you. Next time will be the chef really. Okay, so it's wonderful to have all of you with me again, and looking forward to see you again next Saturday. Okay, so everybody take care and stay safe, because it's COVID. This pandemic is actually quite serious in the sense, and this Fancy already mentioned, Sabah is even worse. Okay, so thank Auntie Boleh. Really want to thank you. So Auntie Boleh love to share. You help me to share. Okay. Thank you so much. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Bye bye.